Alright, good morning ladies and gentlemen, or afternoon, depending on when you're watching this. Today we are going to be working on finding the least common multiple as well as ordering and comparing fractions with unlike denominators. So let's get started. If I gave you the fractions 3, 7, I give you the fraction 4, 6, and also the fraction 6 over 9. And I asked you to go ahead and put those in order from least to greatest. How would we do that? Well, the first step is we want to get organized. We want to get organized. So to get organized, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put these fractions right above and below each other. So there's 3/7, there's 4/6, and there's 6/9. Again, what's the point of doing this? The reason that we're doing this now is that we can stay organized. So the next step is we want to take a look at our numerators. And we want to go ahead and find out the multiples of those numerators. So here we have 3, because 1 times 3 is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. We're just taking those and we're multiplying them. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, and so on. Now we have our 4. We have 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times 5 is 20, and 4 times 6 is 24. Again, I like to find the first 6 multiples. The last set is that we have our 6's. So 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18, 6 times 4 is 24, 6 times 5 is 30, and 6 times 6 is 36. Alright, so now we've just figured out our multiples. Now what we got to do is we got to find the common multiples. Well, looking through here, I can tell you that my 12, 12, and 12 are all common because they're found in all 3 of these fractions. Are there any other common multiples that we can see? Well, let's see. We have 18 and 18 there, but none right there, so 18 won't work. We have 24 here and 24 there, but nowhere else. So right now, the only common multiples we have are 12s. And believe it or not, that is our least common multiple. Our smallest common multiple is 12. So what I'm going to do now is I need to remember that number 12. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all these numbers because now they're just in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and take that number, which you remember is 12, and I'm going to go ahead and put it next to my numerator. So what I have to think to myself is, how do I get from 12 to 3? Or how do I go from the number 3 all the way to 12? What do I have to do? Well, I should know that if I multiply by 4, that equals 12. I don't know if I multiply by 3 here, that equals 12. And if I multiply by 2 here, that equals 12. But now what I have to do is I have to go ahead and multiply by the same number, the bottom, the denominator. So 7 times 4 is 28. 6 times, you guessed it, 3 is 18. And 9 times 2, well, is also 18. Interesting right there. So now, what we have to do is we have to figure out these numbers right here. Which one's closer to its denominator? Which numerator is closest to its denominator? Well, these two we can find out actually are the same. These are equivalent fractions. So let's go ahead and take a look at our 3/7. What's closer? 12 to 18 or 12 to 28? Okay? I can tell you right now that it's going to take less time to get from 12 to 18, less moves, because this is actually only 6 spaces away, where this one is 16 spaces away. Because of that, this makes this number right here the bigger number. So if we wanted to put these in order, we would say 3/7 is our smallest. Then you'd say it could either be 4/6 as well as 6/9, because these are the same. So these are our bigger numbers right there. And that is how we do this lesson today. Thanks for checking in, and I'll talk to you later.